Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Katarina, and today we'll go through a yoga flow which is perfect for a sort of midday pick-me-up if you're feeling a bit lazy or sluggish and you just want to bring a bit more new energy, wake your brains up in the middle of the day or even in the morning. This is a great one to go through, a very quick one. So we'll get right into it. Coming into tabletop position, we'll bring our hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and start to open through the chest, lift up through the sitting bones here, inhaling, and then exhale, coming into cat pose. So drawing in, rounding through the spine. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, rounding. So just finding a bit of gentle movement in the spine as we start to connect to our breath here. You can even close the eyes for a moment. Start to really tap into the breathing. Feeling it flow in and out through the nose as you move through this movement. See if you can make the movement really big. So all the way from the bottom vertebra of the spine to the neck as well. We'll do one more round. Exhaling. You can then find a neutral spine. We're going to tuck our toes under and simply lift the hips up into a downward facing dog. Maybe finding a bit of movement here. You can bend one knee at a time. Maybe the hips move from side to side, finding a yummy stretch if there's any tight spots in the body right now. Maybe you can stop for a moment, stretch them out. Well done. Take 2 more full breaths here, really pressing the mat away from you, guiding the sitting bones towards the ceiling. Good. With our next inhale, we'll come onto our tiptoes. Looking forward, you can exhale, bend the knees, and then take a big step towards the top of the mat, coming into Malasana, so our yogi squat. So feet come towards the edges of the mat. We squat low and bring our elbows to the insides of the knees. See if you can bring your palms to meet, and then really start to open through the chest. Pushing the knees away with the elbows, getting a nice hip opener here. Lengthen through the whole spine, all the way from the lower back. Keep the shoulders pulling back. Well done. Inhale here. And then exhale, you can release your hands and tilt forward into a forward fold, walking the feet closer to each other. We're going to inhale, lengthen through the spine, look forward. Exhale, fold over. Then grounding our left hand on the mat, we're going to reach the right arm up. Twisting here, see if you can open through the chest, gazing up at the right hand. Inhale. And then exhale, switch, so the right hand comes down, left arm reaches up, inhale, really open through that left arm, and then exhale, come back down. We lengthen the spine again, inhaling. As you exhale, plant your hands onto the mat, step into a plank pose. We'll go through a vinyasa. You can either lower your knees down or keep them lifted. Chaturanga, upward facing dog or cobra, and downward facing dog. Well done. Take a full breath here in your down dog. Keep pushing the mat away. And exhale out. From there, we inhale the right leg up behind us. And as you exhale, step the right foot forward between the hands. Keeping your fingertips on the mat, we're going to lengthen through the spine and open through the chest. See if you can maybe rock back and forth a few times here. Maybe finding a nice stretch in that left hip flexor or another part of the hips. See if you can pull your shoulders back. And keep rocking for one more full breath. Good. Then we're going to start to walk towards the back of the mat, bending the left knee, coming into a skandasana. You can once again bring your hands to heart center, or if it feels a bit easier to stay a little bit higher up, you can do that too. Also, you can have your hands on the mat for some extra support. Good. Take one more breath here. And then exhale, we find our way back to the top of the mat. Now bringing our left knee down, we inhale, the arms come up. And then as you exhale, see if you can drop your right hand down all the way to the back thigh, or alternatively onto the lower back, and reach the left arm up and over, coming into a gentle back and side bend. Inhale here. And exhale, the hands come back down onto the mat, onto the inside of the right foot. And we open the right foot out towards the side, coming into a lizard pose. You can stay up here on your palms, or maybe even go down all the way onto your forearms. Good. Keep breathing. We'll take one more full breath here. And then come back onto your palms. We tuck the left toes under and step into a downward facing dog. Good job. Full inhale here. And exhale out. We'll then reach our left leg up behind us. And exhale, step it forward between the hands. Keeping your fingertips on the mat, we'll find that lunge position, lengthening through the spine. You can really drop your hips low here, but see if you can still keep that back knee lifted. Then swaying back and forth. Good, keep breathing. Might find some really yummy spots there in the hips that this stretch hits. Take one more inhale. And then we start to turn towards the back of the mat, bending the right knee, coming into skandasana here. So once again, either supporting yourself with your hands, maybe staying a little bit higher, or then keep your hands at heart center. Good. Take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, find your way back to the top of the mat, placing the right knee on the mat, and then inhale, the arms come all the way up. And then exhale, drop the left hand down, either on the back thigh, reaching up, or then just on the lower back. Good. Well done. Inhale. And then exhale, both hands come back onto the mat, onto the inside of the left foot, and we open the left foot out. Coming into lizard pose. See how deep you want to go here. Do you want to lower all the way down onto your forearms or stay on your palms? Just see how your hips are feeling. Inhale. And then as you exhale, if you were down on your forearms, you can come back onto the palms. We'll tuck the right toes under and step into a downward facing dog. Good. Take a full breath here. Exhale out. We're then going to ground our left hand on the mat. Reach your right hand towards the left ankle, or the calf, or the shin, and twist here. Really pressing that left hand towards the mat. If this feels a bit hard, you can also support yourself with the right fingertips at the center of the mat, still coming into that twist. Inhale here. And then release back to center. We'll switch sides. So now the right hand grounds down, left hand reaches over towards the ankle or the shin. See if you can gaze from underneath your right arm towards the ceiling. Of course, supporting yourself here as well if you need to. Inhale. And then exhale, release back into your regular downward facing dog. Well done. From here, we're going to release our knees down onto the mat. Find a child's pose for just 2 full breaths. Releasing your forehead on the mat. 1 more full breath. And exhale out. From there, we're going to bring our hands onto our heels. So both hands grabbing the heels. And from here, we're going to keep the left hand grabbing the left heel. And then we're going to start to come up from here, reaching the right arm over, coming into a half camel pose. Now you can also do this without grabbing the heel, just placing your left hand on the lower back. So it makes it slightly less intense. Well done. Take an inhale. And then come back into a child's pose. Now we bring the right hand onto the right heel. Reach the left arm over, either coming into a half camel with the right hand grounding on the heel, or bring the right hand onto the right side of the lower back. Good. And then come back down. So depends on how far you want to go into that back bend. We'll do both sides once more. So left hand grounds down. Reach the right arm over. And come back down. And right hand grounds down, either on the heel or the lower back. Left arm over. And come back down. Well done. Take a breath in child's pose. Exhale out. Coming back up into a seat. You can bring your knees together if you have them slightly apart. You can lower your hands onto your lap and take a few breaths here. Checking in with yourself, dropping back into the body. Often after a bit of movement, it's also easier to find stillness, to also find that stillness in our minds. It's easier to return to this moment. So see if you can tap into that feeling, that state right now. Keep breathing. Take one more full breath in. And sigh it all out. Bringing your hands to heart center. When you're ready, you can open the eyes and then bow your head towards your hands. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me for this quick practice. I hope you liked it. I hope you found it energizing. I post new flows every week, so if you enjoyed this, please subscribe to my channel. Leave a like and also let me know in the comments how you found the flow. I really love hearing what you think. I wish you a really lovely day. Thanks so much for joining me.